And with us now to discuss this is Dr. Dennis Coronacion of the USC Department of Political Science. Good morning, Dr. Dennis, and thank you for joining us here on Morning Matters.
Hello, good morning, Pauline. Good morning to all your viewers. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, first, what do you make of another brewing coup, talks of another brewing coup in the Senate? And how would you assess the current stability of the majority bloc in the Senate?
Well, according to Senator Tito Sotto, Senate President Tito Sotto, I think their numbers are intact, no? So, meaning to say, no one from among their ranks is interested to any offer from the minority to join them, or just like based on the reports, itong si Senator Lauren Ligarda is being offered the position of Senate President, which according to reports again, she rejected. So I think it's understandable that this is happening if you're going to take a look at the larger picture, kasi anytime soon, there's going to be at least an impeachment complaint is going to be filed against the Vice President. And according to Senator Robin Padilla, siya ay pro-Inday. Sana magkaroon daw ng pro-Inday Sara na Senate President. So if we're going to connect the dots, parang by the time, what they want is that by the time that the impeachment complaint will be refiled against the Vice President. They hope that they already have the leadership in the Senate so that they can do something about it. Unlike sa ngayon, nasa minority block sila, parang mahirapan silang protektahan at tulungan si Vice President Sara Duterte. Should the impeachment complaint be passed by the House of Representatives.
So would you say, Dr. Dennis, that the hold of Tito Sotto now on the Senate presidency is quite tenuous, not so secure?
Well, yes, we can say that. Pwede natin sabihin yun. Pero tingin ko, it's naman tawag dito, he will remain in office, I suppose, in the next few weeks. Kasi talaga namang he's in a precarious situation since the minority bloc has been very aggressive in ousting him from the Senate President position.
And what do you make of Senator Lauren Ligarda reportedly declining the offer to become Senate President?
Well, it might be true, but there are also reports saying that she was the one who initiated. She was the one who was going around asking her colleagues if they would be willing to support her bid for the Senate presidency. Pero we don't know what's the exact truth here, no? Pero what's important is that the Senator Lauren Ligarda has denied it, and I think wala naman siyang planong palitan si Senate President Tito Sotto. So wala siyang gagawing aksyon para matanggal bilang Senate President si Tito Sotto.
But Dr. Dennis, what would be the implication of another potential coup at the Senate? What does that say about the current stability of our leadership in government?
Well, it has a lot of implication in the sense na whatever legislative priorities that they have set alongside with the executive will definitely be affected. Tapos since all these movements, all these attempts to replace the Senate President have something to do with, of course, the politics, the politics outside the Senate, meaning to say yung paglalaban ng admin at saka yung opposition led by the Vice President. So it creates the impression, of course, that there is to a certain extent of political instability that's happening, and kumbaga man, this can disrupt if there's any immediate impact. This can disrupt our lawmakers from doing their job, which is to make laws amend laws and repeal laws.
Well, speaking of politics, do you think this has anything to do with why the Blue Ribbon Committee decided to withdraw all of a sudden this supposed partial report on the flood control scandal? Because we initially saw this list already, the recommendations to file criminal and administrative charges, only to find out that certain members withdrew their signatures. What do you think is going on behind the scenes, Doctor?
Well, it's possible that the reason why the partial report of the Senate has been withdrawn is that perhaps the goal is to put some kind of stability in the Senate. Kasi baka mamaya yung mga napangalanan doon at saka yung mga kaibigan nila, mga allies nila in the Senate might cause disturbance. Oo, so maaring yun, it's a possible reason.
Well, what do you make? Have you seen the initial report already? What do you make of the charges filed? At nagulat po ba kayo doon sa mga taong inirekomendang kasuhan sa ombudsman?
Actually, I have not read the partial report, but I have listened to it some kanina sa no media. And oo, maaari so ang tingin ko nga dyan is that baka kaya we need is because of the protest made by some of the members of the Senate, and possibly to prevent any instability that can be caused by this partial report.
Because included in the report are recommendations for charges even against their colleagues like Senators Cheese Escudero. There are also recommendations for further fact-finding on the former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. But this is just, again, based on their partial report or the draft that they have since withdrawn. But Dr. Dennis, also wanted to get your thoughts on how would you gauge the sentiment of the public right now when it comes to the flood control scandal? Do you think it has waned or nandun pa rin yung galit ng taong bayan?
No, I don't think it has waned. Nandun pa rin, nakasubaybay lang ang taong bayan. So, nakikita naman natin sa mga surveys na that the people have become frustrated and disappointed as to the direction that that the investigations have already gone into. So hindi satisfied ng mga tao. In-expect pa rin nila that those who are mentioned in the investigations will be held accountable. Siguro sa mga darating na buwan baka mag-express na naman ng anger and frustration and disappointment yung mga taong bayan. And it's possible that another protest rally can be organized. O kaya baka subaybayan na nila yung impeachment, yung progreso ng impeachments. So dalawang impeachment trial lang inaasahan ng mga taong bayan, and baka pag napasama yung yung frustration ng mga tao, this can turn into public pressure in the conduct of these impeachment trials that we are expecting.
But for you, Dr. Dennis, which institution do you think the public is most likely to trust to actually see accountability through? Is it the Ombudsman? Is it the Senate? May trust pa ba sa ating mga institusyon? Is it the ICI?
Meron it depends on the institution that we're talking about. Yung ICI parang ang tingin ng mga tao, ng taong bayan doon, wala na tong wala na tong patutunguhan kasi patapos na rin naman ang trabaho, at saka yung pinangako na gagawin nila hindi naman nila nagawa 100%. I think if I recall in the recent survey conducted, I was surprised to find out na among the institutions, including non-government institutions, ang most trusted in terms of pursuing this accountability among the government officials, involved government officials, yung media as an institution. Mas mataas pa yung tiwala sa kanila ng mga tao kaysa doon sa mga government institutions that are supposedly pursuing itong accountability and transparency. So yung House of Representatives, They were trailing behind. Tapos itong Senate, ganun din. Ombudsman, ganun din. So, nagulat ako, mas nagtitiwala pa ang taong bayan sa media.
But are you still optimistic that big fish will actually be held accountable in this flood controls issue?
Well, I suppose it depends on how we define big fish, ano? Kasi right now, itong partisan politics is very much interlaced with the investigations. Talagang ramdam na ramdam natin yung ano no, yung politika sa mga investigasyon na to. So far, the only big fish that has been put to trial and put into prison is the former senator, si Bong Revilla. I don't know if he could, in the future, if he could see anyone na among the ranks of these big fish who is also identified with the administration. So, maaari yung mga, siguro nasa opposition. Oo, kagaya nung nabanggit nga kanina, si former Senate President Jesus Escudero. So, it's possible na he might also be a case might be filed against him along with Senator Joel Villanueva. But these people belong to the opposition. So the people are wondering, sino naman kaya among those affiliated or identified with the administration coalition would be put to jail at magkakasuhan, ano? So yun ang tanong ng bayan. So it should not be kumbaga man, for as long as partisan politics is going to be a big factor in these investigations, I don't think that the people, the Filipino public, will become satisfied.
I think the big question mark there, is the very own cousin of the president, former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. But let's shift gears. Dr. Dennis, let's also discuss the impeachment proceedings happening now over at the House Justice Committee. What do you make of the first two hearings so far on the impeachment complaints against President Bongbong Marcos?
Well, ang pinag-uusapan pa lang ay I think whether or not the two impeachment complaints have satisfied the standards when it comes to form and ongoing in tungkol naman sa substance. Well, the way it goes, mukhang yung sa first complaint, based on the substance, yung first impeachment complaint against the president, mukhang hindi ito baka ma-dismiss ito. It's very likely based on what we saw yesterday in
Dr. Dennis, I think we lost you there. Can you still hear us? We're going to try that again. Again, we were speaking to Dr. Dennis Coronacion. Hi, Dr. Dennis, can you hear us?
Hello, yes.
Yes, there you go. Okay,
right.
Go ahead.
So as I was saying, yung first impeachment complaint it seems to be suffering from lack of substance based on the comments of our congressmen who are members of the Committee on I think Justice. Oo. So yun, mukhang madidismiss yun. Pero ngayon malalaman pa lang natin yung comments nila regarding the second impeachment complaint filed by the Makabayan Bloc or supported by the Makabayan Bloc. So it remains to be seen, parang it's hard to tell, mahirap husgahan kung papasabayan or but I suppose the biggest obstacle again for these two impeachment complaints, should they be able to overcome the challenges dun sa committee level, is the majority of the congressmen that have continuously thrown their support to the president. So again, itong impeachment process is a numbers game. So titingnan yung merits of the case, pero at the same time meron ring politika na nangyayari. Oo, so it's a numbers game.
Well, Representative Benny Abante did say, and he described the process as an exercise in futility, kasi nakikita na daw niya that the majority is already inclined to vote for insufficiency, at least with the first complaint. And it seems, tama yung mga initial impression, Dr. Dennis, that the impeachment complaint filed by Attorney Andre De Jesus was really weak. So, ano ba to? Is it right, yung mga assumption that this was meant to protect President Bongbong Marcos, to inoculate him from impeachment?
Well, it lends credence to the accusation that this is, so to speak, impeach me. Oo. Kumbaga man, it's part of the ploy to protect the president from another impeachment complaint. Kumbaga man, dapat kinakailangan, pag should this fail, it's going to afford the president yung 1 year prohibition of filing another impeachment case against him. So yun, I think that's the ultimate goal of this first impeachment complaint against the president. So kung papanoorin natin yung pagsagot ng yung nag-endorse ng first impeachment complaint, so I think that was that is Congressman Tinsay.
Nisay.
Parang hindi niya kabisado yung yung impeachment complaint at hindi niya masagot na maayos yung mga tanong sa kanya ng mga fellow congressmen niya. So sabi ko, this is bound to fail, kasi halatang mahina yung allegations and factual basis. So definitely it will not get the approval of the members of the Committee on Justice.
Well, you're right there, Dr. Dennis, because the members of the committee had a lot of questions. They were really throwing their questions at the one who endorsed this complaint, Congressman Jet Nisay. They were asking him, so which part of the Constitution did the respondent violate? Kasi yung allegations daw ay puro legal conclusions lamang, based on hearsay, and no concrete answers were really provided during the hearing yesterday. But do you have different expectations for the second complaint, which is filed by the Makabayan Bloc?
Well, we do expect that the Makabayan Bloc's impeachment although I have not seen it, but I do expect that it's a better version of the first complaint. I am sure that those congressmen and the people who wrote the impeachment complaint did their assignment very well. Nag-research na mabuti, kumuha ng maraming factual evidence to support their allegations. So tingin ko baka iba yung magiging opinion ng mga congressmen na part ng members ng Committee on Justice. But then again, sa akin lang, tingin ko yung nangyari kahapon, yung weakness ng when it comes to providing concrete situations and concrete evidence, it's possible that the second impeachment complaint might suffer the same deficiencies. Pero tingnan natin mamaya,
Well, what about the impeachment complaints against Vice President Sara Duterte? 2 have already been filed before the House SecGen. What do you foresee there, Dr. Dennis? Do you think lulusot ito this time sa 20th Congress?
Well, basically, it's the same impeachment complaint that was filed last year. Meron lang idinagdag I think yung testimony ni testimony ni Madriaga. So, yun lang ang bago doon. As to whether or not it's going to make it through the scrutiny of the House of Representatives, pwede siguro, kasi it was able to do it last time. It was successful last time, at least dun sa House of Representatives. And tingin ko naman mas maraming evidence dito. Although this was not even touched last year because of the decision of the senators to withhold the impeachment trial against the Vice President. So hindi talaga nakita yung na nasuri yung mga ebidensya. So but based on media reports that we heard in the past months, mukhang ano to mas sufficient compared to the impeachment complaint against the president.
But for you, Dr. Dennis, what are the political risks or implications of now having impeachment complaints against the two highest officials of the land?
Well, if kasi there are possible scenarios, ano, since impeachment complaints have been filed against the highest officials of the land. So I can think of at least three possible scenarios. So one scenario is that what do you call this? Should the impeachment complaint be, should these impeachment complaints be, heard in the Senate as an impeachment court? Posibleng dalawa sila makonvict o kaya dalawa sila hindi makonvict, or one of them will be acquitted and then the other one will be convicted. So number one is going to test, it's going to be a test of loyalty for our senators. So wala pa nga election, 2028 elections, kinakailangan they already have to divide the line, para kanino ko ba talaga. Kasi even though sasabihin natin that the impeachment trial is also would have to consider the legal merits, pero most of it would be about political alignment. Oo, so malalaman kung para kanino talaga yung mga senators natin. Oo, and that's why itong kahapon, tsaka I think during the weekend, nabalitaan natin that there was an attempt to remove the Senate President. May kinalaman ito doon. This is already a move in order to protect the Vice President. Oo. So, yun. That's one. And then second, it's going to, of course, delay yung natin, yung legislative agenda. Oo. Much needed reforms. So, pwedeng ma-delay yan because our senators will have to spend a lot of their time for the impeachment trials. Kung sakaling dalawa ay matutuloy. Kahit nga isa pa lang, magiging busy na sila eh. Kung kahit isang impeachment trial lang, magiging busy na sila, what more kapag dalawa pa? So those are the two implications that I can see right now. Should these impeachment complaints push through the Senate?
Well, the next few days and weeks will be very, very interesting and important. But for now, thank you very much for sharing all your insights and your time. That was Dr. Dennis Coronacion of the UST Department of Political Science.